and dragons. Authors and dragons.
It's me, Baroness Ella Moonbrook, and as usual, I'm waiting for someone to be worthy of my notice. In real life, I am only marginally more observant, and I am the author of the Caitlin Kelly Monster Hunter series from Falstaff Books, and I totally forgot to give my name. It's Teresa Glover. You can find me on the internet. See, I told you I wasn't more observant.
Hey, it's Sue London, who you know as the grumpy half-orc ranger Elizabete. In my other life, I'm the writer of badass historical romance, and you can check me out on buysuelondon.com.
Hello, internets. It's your friend Emily. I play Claudia, the lovely lady of layers who doesn't have any layers right now. In real life, I write under the name E.M. Kaplan, including the Josie Tucker series and a forthcoming mystery series from Falstaff Books, which should come out soon, I hope. And you can find me at justthemwords.com.
Hey y'all, I'm Misty Massey. I play the cheerful, sun-drenched cleric Malibu. In real life, I write the Mad Kestrel series of fantasy adventures on the high seas. I'm a copy editor for Falstaff Books, and I'm an acquisitions editor for Lore Seekers Press. You can submit your work to me at loreseekerspress.com, and you can drop over to my website, mistymassey.com, or visit me on Facebook and Twitter.
Hi, I'm Melissa MacArthur, and I play Polly D. Arton, the Boobalicious Bard. In real life, I'm the associate publisher at Falstaff Books, and you can find me and the rest of the Falstaff Books folks at falstaffbooks.com.
Hi, I'm John Hartness, and I'll be playing the role of Fandingo the Mustachioed. And in real life, I write a bunch of things, including the Quincy Harker Demon Hunter books, the Bubba the Monster Hunter comedy horror series, and the Black Knight Chronicles. And in my copious free time, I either publish or employ everyone on this podcast except for Sue. And, you know, it's a brand new year, so no telling what'll happen by the end of this one. You can find my bullshit at falstaffbooks.com, too.
Oh, I guess it leaves me, the person who obviously has ADHD and likes to cut in front of everyone. I am R.E. Carr, the admiral of this asshole armada. When I am not herding cats as the dungeon mistress of this crew, you can find me as the author of the Rules Undying series and the False Icons series with none other than Silas Kane. I mean, Arrow of the Gods. I mean, Rick Gualtieri. I think that's how you say his last name. I don't even think he knows how to say it.
Isn't he Robert Bevan?
Yeah,
Right.
Robert Bevan. So, when last we left off, everything was fine, right, guys? It was fine.
Everything's always fine.
Yeah, unless you happen to be a sword that has been deep-throated by a certain bard.
Then everything's way better than fine.
There was wholesome interactions between a wayward badger and a whole lot of urine flung about, and we still have an unconscious paladin. At least she's now lying down, but I think she's been groped by everyone at this point. Oh, there was also an owlbear getting his or her, we haven't identified, claws done, and something called the Spa Dungeon. But worse yet, there was the appearance of a mysterious badger in a wife beater. And the disappearance of Polly. Whatever shall we do? Dun dun dun. But
Polly was disappearing already.
yes, she was
Wasn't she?
disappearing, but she was more corporeal, slightly.
Oh.
When you headed this way, but then she disappeared into the void of the hot tub.
I wouldn't mind disappearing into a hot tub.
I know, that sounds kind of good.
You can find me in the
Thou
hot tub
hast
with
successfully
a
opened
Bloody
the door.
Mary, and we'll be good.
I mean, there's that dead frog. We can get blood. I don't know about anybody named Mary.
There is still a dead frog carcass behind the hentai gate.
Well, shit.
I'm not looking at the dead frog.
Suddenly, there cometh a poof.
Polly!
Boing! appeareth a bard right on the puddle of
Hey, this spot's
Polly?
kind of warm.
Yeah,
You might not
You're
want to stand
standing
there.
in a puddle, Polly.
What?
Malibu runs over and flings her arms around Polly. Can she?
Polly is, you know, that texture of like cotton wool, like kind of. It doesn't really. It gives a little bit of resistance, but there isn't any substance. So you kind of just feel something as your arms go through her.
Okay.
Maybe like cotton
Okay.
candy.
Ooh, you're kind of squishy,
That tickles.
but different squishy. I'm squishing her arms.
That's not usually
Yeah.
where people squish me.
Well, I know, but people are looking.
It's
Oh,
the Stay
okay.
Puffed Marshmallow Bard. Polly, you feel a little bit dizzy and have vague memories of being in a chair with bright lights and things moving around about you, and maybe your hair being washed and fluffed.
Oh, I love getting fluffed.
Your hair is exceptionally fluffy.
I am so fluffy.
There were also lots of sparkles. So many sparkles.
Are there sparkles in my hair? There should be sparkles in my hair.
There is a faint glittery residue.
Okay, I want sparkles in my hair. Where did this happen?
I'm not entirely sure where I was, but it was not one of those scary chairs with the anal probes. Like the aliens give you. It was not like that. Not at all.
Bad.
oh, well, that one's right off the table.
There is but one phrase you remember, Polly. Maybe this is the one true bard. Everything else sounded like, dos cervezas, por favor, and ¿dónde está la biblioteca?
I hope that I can be the one true bard. Because if I'm the one true bard, that means I'll get all the sparkles in my hair that I want, and I'll get fluffed anytime I want. I can
You're
have my
definitely
own personal fluffer.
Hashtag life goals.
Pretty sure that's a dream of all bards.
Fendingo looks around at the rest of the party and he's like, do you guys think we ought to tell her? Nah, we're not going to tell her, are we? All right.
Best not to, it'll just lead to questions.
So I kissed the sleeping Snooty, and she didn't wake up, right?
Right.
Correct.
Has everybody kissed her yet?
I did.
Who are we kissing?
I mean, if I did, it wasn't memorable.
The paladin chick.
Come over here and kiss your aunt.
Yeah, your family. Maybe it'll work.
Okay. Where is she?
Dun dun dun. It's the one. There's a slight problem, guys.
No, there's not. Everything's fine. There's no problems.
Yeah, everything's
Do you see what I see?
badger and a wife beater.
The badger in a wife beater has appeared.
Well, shit.
He has grabbed onto the paladin and went, the one. Maybe it's the one. Poof.
Uh-oh.
And they
We're going
disappear.
through that gate, aren't we?
I think we have to.
No one has to do anything. There's still a dead frog carcass.
We kind of have to.
A whole
We
area.
kind of have to because
fuck up.
Polly is
Oops.
fading away.
She's slightly more corporeal, but when Bella disappears, she goes back to full translucent.
So she's not squishy anymore. Now I'm just moving through her. I'm waving
Yes,
my
if
arms
you wish to.
through.
It goes right through.
Oh, look! You don't even wiggle when my arms go through you.
Careful what you're waving there.
You must have some really skinny arms.
So note, when Bella was next to Fandingo, Polly was more solid. When Bella has disappeared, she has gone back to Ghost.
Okay, we need to go in the gate.
Yup.
You don't have to. No one has to do anything they don't want to do.
Should we try brute force at this point?
I think that's the only option.
Isn't the gate open?
It's open.
The gate's open.
I mean, I sucked off a sword and everything.
Well, then I'll walk in.
And you have the sword on your back. Is everyone going?
Yeah, I'm going in.
I'll
Yeah.
follow.
Alrighty then.
Well, I'm not staying out here alone. There are giant frogs.
just imagine, if you will, you are standing in darkness, because that's really
Dun,
easy.
dun, dun.
It's very dark.
It's a revelation.
Huh.
Is everything dark?
Yes.
It is.
That's awesome.
That's okay. Elizabeth handed me her badger to hold, so I feel a little better.
Yeah, the badger is actually right next to you, Malibu. That makes sense.
Okay.
Honey's good for a hug.
Just don't squeeze too hard.
And I appreciate it very much.
Don't squeeze too hard. We don't want any badger farts.
God, no.
God, no. So, yeah, you're standing in a really, really, really dark corridor with everyone going, what the heck?
Well, then I'll cast light.
Oh, great.
I have dark vision.
So, you are in a dark room. It is so dark, you can't quite see anything yet. Ooh, scary. Everyone scared? Yeah, you came down some stairs and stuff. There were stairs. Totally stairs.
I am holding the badger.
Everyone can move and things and stuff.
What's that?
There is a stone pillar type thing. Well, it's more like, I guess that would be called an altar. You can just see it in the very dim light of little fairies fluttering around. Use your imagination.
Are these the fairies that just say,
Hey, listen!
listen? Okay.
There is an inscription upon this altar.
That sounds like a great idea. You have a good time.
Yeah, because nothing bad's ever happened.
I'm going to cast light on the badger. You should take your little friend. It'll help you read.
You're going to take the badger. All right. So there are this red stuff. Just imagine those are all curtains around the room. Because I don't have time to put the curtains all around the room. I mean, there's a couple that are like torn.
Like long red velvet curtains?
Long red velvet curtains. We're talking vampire-like decoration at its finest.
Totally into the goth aesthetic. Cool.
Totally into the goth aesthetic. And let me get the important stuff. Because there is a painting. There's some junk. Couple pieces of junk and stuff. It's just rocks.
But there's nobody getting their nails done, is there?
Not here, no. There is also a big statue. And in the back of the room, I will just to give you an impression, because the only problem with top-down views is it's kind of hard to see. Like, there's some vases, some water. Like, there's just random stuff all throughout this room.
And there's a giant, creepy-ass hooded figure?
It's a statue.
Giant, creepy-ass hooded statue.
It is a giant, creepy-ass statue, yes.
Okay. Yeah. I'll be back here.
I feel like we're in a vampire's.
Yeah, probably. Hey, look, some candles puffed to life.
Do we have the sleeping paladin lady with us, or did she? No.
Did you take her with you or leave her upstairs?
Or did she?
No, the badger took
She
her.
got badgered.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, she got badgered. Yeah, she did get badgered. She done got badgered.
Claudia puts away her Sharpie marker. She's just
You're
gonna
going to draw a dick on her face,
draw
aren't
a
you?
dick on her face.
There is a bookshelf as well. This back wall here, along the ceiling, these are all mirrors.
I was in a room like this once before.
Yeah, there actually are. It kind of angles so that they're on the ceiling too.
Yeah.
It's a disco.
Not exactly what these are for, but the mamba of the horizontal variety was part of the plan. Yeah.
So yeah, in the the world's quickest on the fly. Your imagination has filled in this room. The stairs are really well inset in the wall, so you can't see quite where you came down. But yeah, so this is the room.
I mean, this is the worst spa lobby I've ever seen.
It is. A few candles did puff to life as you walked around the room.
Well, that's nice. Is there enough light for me to read the inscription on the
It's kind
podium?
of dark.
Did you carry your glowing badger with you?
There is a glowing badger.
I would like to carry my glowing badger, but I can't move the glowing badger.
Okay.
There we go.
Then now you can see as in normal light for 30 feet, for a 30-foot radius around the badger.
Okay. There's some urns. I said there's just lots of random items throughout the room.
Oh, okay.
That were not completely the first things that the DM had in her art library or anything like that. Just saying.
So what does the inscription say?
What languages do you have, Malibu?
Malibu has... Where the hell did it go? Common, Halfling, Orc, and Celestial.
There's a lot of scribbling on this there bench.
Is it even an alphabet I recognize?
You might have seen it if you've hung around like Elizabete.
Okay. Then I'll call for Elizabete to come and look at this. I feel like she might be able to tell what it is.
Elizabete, the less than proficient ranger. Hang on. What am I looking at?
There is an inscription in Sylvan on the altar.
That's something I can do.
Yay!
All right, are you ready? And now it's a bit archaic in the tongue, but by showing me only true beauty may ye pass.
I smile at it.
That's terrifying.
And I said, and there's an altar in front of this very scary looking statue thing.
It was very scary.
It looks like there might be some sort of items underneath its hood, but it's hard to tell in all the shadows.
How big is this statue?
It's about very big.
Who has night vision to be able to look under here?
I mean,
Claudia.
I can just make anything glow.
That is true.
I'm coming over there.
Guess I am too.
Can I see what's under there?
There appear to be rocks, maybe gemstones for eyes.
Eyes?
In the under the hood. So it looks like almost like it has eyes that are obscured of this statue.
I don't think we should take its eyes. Bad things happen when you take statues' eyes.
So, wants to see true beauty. And then we can pass.
The altar is about 6 feet long and 2 feet wide.
Can I go lay down on it?
Yeah.
Okay. Polly's gonna go lay down on the altar.
Nothing happens.
Well, then I'm going to kind of, stick my boobs up a little bit higher. Do a little shimmy.
Okay.
This thing's broken, y'all.
Malibu picks up Honey and holds her up and says, "Honey's beautiful." Anything happen?
No.
happens.
You have a glowing badger in the air, and it's quite a striking image. You can see better that it looks like there are giant rubies for eyes.
Ooh,
It's like that opening scene of Lion King, only...
Yes, it is like the opening scene of Lion King.
Fandingo's going to go look at the bookcase and see if there's anything on the bookcase that might tell me what the fuck we're supposed to do here, and...
The giant frog's book of true beauty.
Yeah.
There are books of poetry, there are books of science, there are books of spells, there are books of nail polish.
Ooh, I grabbed one of those.
Yeah, it's actually the Hobgoblin's Guide to, well, nail polish.
All right. I mean,
Including wedding colors and latest trends. Apparently, beige is going to be very in for hobgoblins 10 years ago.
Does anybody have any beige nail polish? And a hobgoblin.
I have taste. Of course I don't.
We had hobgoblins in the bar, but we're not there anymore.
There's a cookbook, too. To serve man.
Ugh.
Ella will pull out her pedigree and her scroll of pedigree and show it to the statue because obviously that's a thing of true beauty.
Nothing happens.
Okay, well he has no taste, so maybe beige will work. And I'll just put it away.
Somebody flash it some boob.
Does it have any recommendations for orcs?
Polly's gonna pull her shirt down.
There is a looks like a pattern guide for orcish pantsuits from about 6 years ago.
I'm going to lean into what I'm bad at to see if I'm good at it and look around for some nail polish.
Okay, where
I rolled an investigation of 9.
you have not found any yet, but there are lots. It said there's piles of rubble. There's various pots. There's a bucket of old weaponry. There's a painting of a bunny. So there is all sorts of stuff in the room, and there are cracks in the wall. There's the way back up, and there's a pool, and there's a couple candles. There's lots of stuff,
But no nail polish or pantsuits.
not in with the 9 that have been discovered yet. So walk to me where you're going.
I will go over and investigate near the shelves first on the theory that shelves have shelvy things.
There's a couple of empty bottles on the shelf. One is crystal and kind of pretty.
And then I'll kind of work clockwise around looking at stuff.
Okay, so that's your turn. Who else is doing anything? We got Polly showing her, sticking out her chest and laying on the altar. That didn't seem to work.
I'm gonna go look at the painting.
It is a painting of a bunny. It appears to have been drawn by somebody who may be 6 or 7 years old, or possibly a world-famous abstract artist. The frame is gilded.
How big is it?
It's probably like an 8 by 10. I know it looks a little
Oh.
big, but it's not exactly to scale, just so that you can.
Okay. So I can easily pick this up.
Oh yeah, it's like a desk portrait. I'd say the picture's like 8 by 10, but those big chunky frames. It's getting out to about legal size.
Okay. Then I'll pick it up and bring it back over and show it to the statue.
Nothing happens.
Uh,
Everyone's a critic.
I want to investigate these mirrors.
Yes, there is a whole
Ooh.
wall of mirrors, floor to ceiling,
I want to
reflecting
give them a
the
close
rest of the
look,
room.
and I rolled a 4.
There be mirrors, yo. I mean, some are a little old or warped, but it's just a wall of silver panels that reflect the rest of the room.
Are they well attached, or can they be removed?
I mean, there might be some areas that are a little bit loose, but they seem, pretty well riveted to the wall.
Okay.
They are as tall as the statue.
Mm,
So it's like almost floor to ceiling.
okay.
I do apologize for the slight distortion because we're going top down. But yeah, they go the entire length of the wall and reflect the entire rest. And they are, even though the rest of the room is curved, it's a straight wall down here of mirrors.
Okay.
Can you change the angle of the mirrors at all? Or are they really stuck?
They really stuck. It's like a wall of mirrors in like the Palace of Versailles or something.
Or like a dance studio?
Or a dance studio, yeah. It reflects the entire room.
Alright, Polly, I'm gonna need you to put those away and close your eyes and step off the platform for a second.
Polly's gonna do what she's told.
And then Fendingo will walk up to the altar and lay his unit upon the altar.
Nothing happens.
Thank you.
Well, obviously this thing has no concept of true beauty, so I'll tuck...
I mean, I said that already.
That is an absolute truth.
Are the gemstone eyes something that Claudia could reach Or are they way up high?
I mean, it's a statue, and it's about 3 meters tall, so you'd have to climb the statue.
Alright, Claudia would like to try to climb the statue.
Alrighty. Athletics.
Claudia rolls a 12.
You're starting to get up. It's really like, you know those old marble statues, it's very slippery. It's not really something where you can get good purchase.
Y'all, I'm not gonna steal these gemstones, but I just kind of want to see if they move. If they're...
Well, it's kind of like, you see how the robe kind of goes over the arms? It's almost like a cantilever effect. So it's really difficult. If you try to go up the bottom, you're facing a ledge. So it would be very difficult to climb.
Okay.
You could probably just get your orc friend to throw you up there.
It's a squirrel trap.
It's what I do with Bjorg all the time.
True.
You want to stand on my head?
Yes, please.
All right.
All right. I'm coming. Come stand on my head.
All right.
I suppose I'll put my member away.
You might oughta.
You can now kind of get up. You'll have advantage to climb up, and you know how his arms are kind of folded? You could probably get up and stand on the statue's folded arms.
Cool. Can I see anything up there?
There are 2 large rubies. As you climb up, they start to glow.
Rubies are glowing. I don't know if that's good.
We just weren't close enough.
Make out with the statue.
There's no facial features other than these eyes.
And?
Just saying.
She seems like a creative sort.
Claudia will lick the face.
There is a shudder off in the distance.
Yeah, that was Malibu, but was there a reaction from the statue?
I am actually looking around the room, spinning to see if anything's moved.
No, there was a shudder off in the distance.
Yeah. So,
Not like
did
a
a
happy
door
shudder.
suddenly appear, or
Well.
Are the eyes still glowing?
Dimly, yes.
What happens if you pull one of the eyes out?
I heard that gasp. How big are the rubies? Could Claudia get her fingers around them and kind of...
They're like eyeball sized, each
Oh.
of them. They be big.
All right, she's gonna try to pry one out.
All right. Do you have? How are you going to approach this? Are you just gonna go in and
just with
claw them out
with her fingertips and just kind of see if she can
with your fingertips?
scratch it out or whatever.
It's like an inset piece of jewel into a statue. Your fingertips would probably not be able to get the required purchase to pull them out. It's not like they're just loosely sitting in. They are formed into the statue.
I mean, I do have thieves' tools. I can
Oh.
find something to pick the jewels out.
What you gonna do?
I'll give it a shot.
Would you please make a Constitution save?
With the tools or just regular?
No. As you are starting to use the tools, could I have Constitution save, please?
Okay. 18.
Well, thank goodness you get that. As the electricity surges out of the eyeball and zaps you, fortunately, it's just like getting a bad static shock. But there is another clunk, 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 clunk off in the distance.
Huh. Woo! Felt tingly.
It did tingle.
Like good tingly or bad tingly?
Any day that I feel something is a good day.
All right, then.
Can we tell which direction the thumping came from?
Perception, please.
Oh, Lord.
Elizabeth, you can hear it.
Elizabeth gets a 19.
Ella got an 18.
Yes. What is going on, you guys?
We're a little hopped up. It's weird down here.
It is.
I'm waiting, come on back down, Claudia. We need to go investigate these sounds.
All right.
Or you think you can jump down by yourself?
She can probably
'Cause I'm-
slither down the side.
Okay. So where are the sounds coming from?
They are coming from... Okay, so everyone but Polly so far has noticed that they're kind of coming from this direction. Can you see the ping?
Mm-hmm.
From beyond the visible wall. And there's a bit of... clunk, 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 clunk. It sounds mechanical.
Time to go find the Wizard of Oz.
Is it behind the curtains?
Do you move any of the curtains?
I don't want to.
I said I had to kind of do a representation. There are curtains around, so you see the sort of inner curve of the wall. There's curtains everywhere. It's just a...
But the sound is from behind the curtains.
Yeah.
Yes, I will move the curtains.
There seems to be a section of the wall that looks a little more, dare I say it, crumbly than the rest. And with that perception, you kind of hear some shuffling and scratching from beyond this crumbly section of the wall.
Sounds like something's trying to dig through, maybe?
Maybe.
All right, are we in favor of it getting through or not? Because I can blow shit up. That's kind of my whole thing.
Everybody needs a thing.
Ella's gonna prepare her scimitar and step back a little bit, just in case.
Claudia will draw her bow and also step back.
All right.
Malibu's just going to step back.
Polly's just going to stand here because she obviously doesn't notice very much.
Elizabete is preparing to die again.
Elizabete might want to move away from the wall.
As you move away from the statue, the noise stops. Just so you know.
What was
Like
that?
all the shuddering and noises stop as everyone moves away from the wall and from the statue.
Well, Elizabete, if you'll step back off the wall a little bit, I'll see if I can blow shit up.
But won't that just take out the wall?
There is a crumbly
Yeah.
section of wall, and now there is no more noises or kathunking.
Well, then I'll cast Shatter on the crumbly section of the wall and see if we can expedite the blowing up of shit.
Okay. Cast Shatter, please. What is the saving throw of a wall?
It's a spell save DC,
Okay.
or the wall will take 3d8 thunder damage, and if it makes it save, it'll take half that.
What is your DC?
15.
Okay, so roll your damage, please, and divide by half.
7.
The wall begins to crumble, and you hear a... noise.
Can we see anything?
Well, the wall has crumbled. Make a perception check.
Ella rolls a 21.
Fendingo nat 20s.
There is definitely a peephole.
All right, somebody go look through the wall. Maybe press the badger up against the hole so you can see through it.
Hey!
I mean, I've heard about holes in the wall. I'm not doing it.
There is now a glory hole.
Do not mess with my badger.
Who's looking? Okay,
I'll
you
look.
looking? All
He's
right.
gonna threaten my badger like that, I'm looking.
No, I've got honey.
You see a large, blue-skinned, horned beast, very flimsily chained, at the end of a hall.
He's in a liminal space.
Yeah, it's currently, and it looks like it's getting angry. It has the same red eyes as the statue. And the chains
say-
seem to run in the direction of the statue. Off in
And
the
I say,
distance.
hey!
Destroy, kill everything.
You know what? I agree with you. However,
Do you have any, I'm trying to think if you would know what this is.
you need to roll an intelligence check? I
Yeah.
have a -1 for that.
Yeah, roll that.
Elizabete, roll 11.
It looks really dangerous and bad, and you have a bad feeling. Make a wisdom save. Let's do that. Let's just have a wisdom.
But I like to hang out with bad boys. That's one of my problems.
It is a very bad boy. It is a shirtless,
I'm
blue, giant bad boy.
I'm like, hey, baby. You come here often? What you doing good?
Roll seduction.
How do you want me to do that?
Animal handling, as usual.
There we go. Oh wait, I should have used that one. It's not hooked up correctly yet.
Well,
Malibu is covering Honey's eyes. Don't look, baby. Don't look.
you're the only one who has seen it so far, but it's a big blue icy barbarian bad boy without a shirt.
That's right.
Chained
Hey guys.
in chains.
Hey guys, there's a thing in here chained up. It's blue, it's really tall, very muscular.
Bjork?
Shirtless.
No, I know that guy. I work with him.
Who here has some book learning?
Well, yeah, that too. I guess I should go over and look through the peephole.
Oh, you're going to the glory hole?
You say that like it's not just a Saturday night.
That is true. All right, you gonna go look?
Yeah, I have Arcana trained.
Okay, let's see that roll.
14.
It's a big shirtless blue bad boy with
And it's
horns
not
and
Bjorg.
red eyes. It's not
Oh, no.
Bjorg. It's like Bjorg the Hulk.
Bjorg is like Bjorg the Hulk.
It's like Bjorg the Hulk.
Oh. It's like Bjorg when he's like awakened early.
Yes.
I got you.
Without any coffee.
Look, my boy, he's not a morning person.
Yeah. No coffee.
That's
nothing.
what happened to Cloak. That's what happened to Cloak Boy.
Mm-hmm.
Fucked with
He-
Bjorg before his coffee.
He looks a bit angry. And he looks a bit angry. But he is shirtless. And the chains do go towards the direction of the statue.
So there's a big blue thing.
That is currently
It looks-
chained up.
It looks pissed, but it's tied to the wall.
So Ella's gonna come and take a look as well here.
I was gonna say, Elatas, can you come see if you know what this is?
Yeah.
Make an Arcana check.
Because I have a very bad dating history, and I think the fact that I like it is a bad sign.
Probably.
It looks like something that would probably be a very bad but very exciting date.
I mean, he looks kinky. He's chained to the wall.
Yep, he's chained. He has blue skin, red eyes, very muscular, no shirt.
I mean, you could try to take a riding crop to him and see what happens.
Well, there's still the the wall is not completely destroyed. You've just hit a hole. And he's kind of looking at you like, "Urgh. Destroy, hurt, whip, chain."
Like I said, he's kinky.
All right, so so this is on the come up. I'm liking the way this is morphing here. That destroy, kill, not so much, but whips and chains, we can talk.
I mean, you could go for it, Elizabete. I mean, I obviously with my stunning Arcana roll of an 11, I don't see anything wrong with you trying to hit it.
Dear Lord.
You're like, girl, he seems fine.
He's just your type. He looks like your next ex-boyfriend.
He might be a sub. He is chained up. He does have horns.
I mean, look, I can blow up the rest of the wall if you want.
I mean...
Or I suppose you could, like, try to knock the wall down. You're big and muscly.
Not as much as you think, though.
I'm a bard. It does not take much muscle to impress me.
These are all, like display muscles.
Snoo muscles.
It's a pretty good display. Now, maybe punch something.
I can punch the wall.
Okay.
It's not going to be impressive.
Claudia, what are you doing?
Claudia was just standing there with her arrow knocked and kind of watching this whole thing.
Well, you can only see the back of them. You haven't gone, like... Are you guys relaying what you see, other than this looks like a new boyfriend for Elizabeth?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's pretty much impossible to shut Fandango up, so, yeah.
Okay. So you've heard that there is something in the wall in chains, and it's big and shirtless.
She's gonna start chanting, "Do it! Do it!"
Malibu, what are you doing with the badger? And anything else?
Well, Squishy Polly and the Shining
No,
Badger
she's
and I.
she's now invisible, translucent Polly.
Oh, that's that's right. So Translucent Polly and the Shining Badger and I have been standing over here. The dais that's in front of the altar that's in front of the statue. How tall is it?
It comes about to waist height on you.
So
It's
about
like
3 feet?
it's like an altar. Yeah, about
Right.
3 feet.
Okay, and I'm 5 feet, so that makes it. If I stand on it, that's 8 feet. Is that high enough for me to see into the eyes?
I mean, you can see and now you know what you're looking for, but it's really, really shadowy and dark.
But it's not close enough for the eyes to see me.
Can I have a wisdom
Okay.
roll? Wisdom check, not save.
Okay.
You think it'd be just a great idea to claw the eyes out at this point.
I probably think it'd be a good idea to go back to the stairs.
You're also probably thinking the blue guy is sounding pretty hot.
Okay. Yeah, I was trying to get close enough to get it to do the glowy thing like it did for Claudia, but I guess I can't.
When you got closer, there was a tiny... You're not sure if you saw the tiny glow or if you caught something out of the corner of your eye in the reflection.
Right. The reflection from the mirrors at the back of the room?
Yep. You can see yourself standing there all...
I turned my back to the statue and look at myself in the mirrors.
You got a few hairs out of place, and there's a little bit of frog guts on the edge, and some of the pee got on the edge of your robes. But, you have a really good view of the whole statue and the whole altar and yourself in the mirrors.
Okay, I sit down on the altar. I have to think some more.
Are you sitting down? How are you sitting? You're just sitting, like, hanging your legs over?
I'm sitting down crisscross applesauce.
Okay. Yep, you can see everything. You can see all the sylvan scratching, you can see the pots, you can see the statue, you can see the curtains, you can see yourself, and you can see a glowing badger, and you can see a bunch of people looking in a glory hole.
Yeah, that's what I'm afraid of.
Polly, what you doing?
Polly's just standing here looking down sadly at her boobs, trying to figure out why they didn't make the thing open.
Well, they are kind of translucent. I mean, it's funny. You can almost see the inscription through your boobs.
Yeah, Polly's just kind of sad. She doesn't have a kitty. Her boobs don't work. She's kind of see-through.
Kind of see-through.
Yeah. Yeah, Polly's just gonna kind of sitting here.
It's weird. You can see it. You can actually see it in the reflection. You can see how see-through you are. You can see part of the inscription through your body.
This ain't cool, y'all. This ain't cool.
Can somebody remind me or reread what the inscription says one more time?
Whoever has Sylvan can.
Show me true beauty and I'll let you pass, or something close to that.
Yeah, I will pull myself away
From the abs. They were abs.
from what I was doing, and I will go read the inscription again.
By showing me only true beauty, may ye pass.
Only true beauty.
All right, everybody get naked.
And does the statue resemble the blue guy at all?
I mean, their robes are the same. That is true. They both have kind of the Jawa robe thing going. Except for the blue guy has, the abs and the big blue pecs showing.
All right. I think we need to bring him out and show him to the statue.
Before or after everybody's naked?
Clothing optional.
I'm not sure that's going to figure into the whole thing.
I think you're doing it wrong.
Do you want me to do another strength check trying to pull some of the stone away?
Well, you've pulled a couple of rocks away. You went back, talked to Malibu.
Yep.
Noticed the same thing, that you could see the inscription through Polly, but not through you. And there are lots of beautiful objects in the room, too.
Oh, come on. You're not going to let us just set this thing free?
You do you, boo. I am but here to herd the cats.
Pulling away the rocks.
Alrighty, you have made another hole. As you get in, can I have a perception check?
For what good it'll do me.
That is true. Whoa.
Hey.
That's good. For me, that's amazing.
I was about to say, not only do you notice I don't know what it's called, but it's like a landing strip to heaven on Blue Guy, but you do see that his chains do go to what looks like the back of the statue.
So all the way through the room, they're like behind this wall?
Yeah, like kind of running, like, let me do the little drawing thing. Like, they kind of go here and here to little points behind the statue directly.
Those with arcane knowledge, how dangerous is it to go ahead and just break these chains?
Well, I mean, you'd have to get through the rest of the wall first, but...
It'll
be
be fine.
Oh, also in your perception, you do see a big warning sign on the wall.
Oh, hey.
It says, "Beware of Oni."
Beware of Oni. I look in there. Are you Oni?
Yes. Kill, destroy, maim, eat your soul.
I will admit that eat your soul is a little disturbing.
Eat many things.
Well, now.
This might be a Snickers ad. We need to throw him something to munch on to see if he calms down. I go through my pack and find something to throw in there.
I mean, there's all these rocks. See if
you
you'll
have-
eat a rock.
Jerky? Are you really gonna Snickers the Oni?
I'm gonna Snickers the Oni.
Will it work?
Maybe my Oni will become My Little Pony.
Yeah, this just took a turn for the
That's
kinky.
the quote of the game. Well, how much jerky are you throwing at the Oni? And are you
I'll
doing
throw in
like
a
the
couple
good
of-
stuff or like the stuff you give Honey?
I only carry the good stuff because Honey will only eat the good stuff.
Good answer.
I'll throw in a couple of strips and see what he does with it.
Make an athletics roll simple.
I hit the wall.
No, let's see. Call evens or odds.
Even.
You do not hit the Oni in the face with it. You just sort of throw it at it lands on the wall, bounces at his feet, and he kind of looks at you like, for me?
For you.
Better
Hopefully.
than souls.
What are the rest of y'all doing? She is just throwing a
I'm
Snickers
making
at an
friends.
I'm just watching.
I've got Honey up here on the altar with me, and we're playing patty cake.
The badger is learning patty cake. Oh,
Sure, why not?
hello.
Patty cake. Patty cake.
The Oni is kind of looking at you and your grayish purple skin and the white hair, and he seems to be thinking some thoughts. And looking at the jerky. Looking at you. Claudia, what
Can
are
he
you doing?
reach the jerky?
Can he reach the jerky? Call evens or odds.
Odds.
Yes, he can. He has picked up the jerky and is now sniffing it. Offer me flesh.
She's got tons more where that came from, buddy.
The Oni seems to be considering this. What are the rest of y'all doing?
Claudia's starting to think of him as the cute guy at a bar who turns out to be dumb as a box of rocks. So she's just going to be collecting random things around the room and maybe placing them on the altar. Like, is this like a pile
Well,
of
what do you
weapons?
start with? There's a bucket of random weapons. There's some swords, some spears, some daggers, some there's a
what-
whip.
What's this pile right here?
What's that pile?
Yeah.
Make an investigation, please.
Claudia rolls a 21.
Oh, you found out that people have thrown coins in the bottom of the...
All right. If she's torn between stealing the coins, but she loves money. She thinks it's beautiful, so she's gonna scoop up some and take it over to the altar. And put it on the altar.
Hey, is the sword on my back doing anything in response to any of this weird stuff?
As you got closer, it's getting warmer. Have you actually, really looked at the sword?
Fuck no.
Okay.
That's what anyone with any sense would do. This is probably a great time to do that. I'll examine my sword.
You pull out the sword. It erupts into sparkles, and the big blue ox kind of goes, ooh, and recoils from the glow.
He likes shiny things.
There is an inscription on the blade if you speak Elvish.
You know, funny enough, since Dad was an elf, even though he was an absentee father, I did learn Elvish. So yes, I do speak Elvish.
It has the inscription of Kinsale Male on it, which in Elvish translates to hold my beer.
This was obviously crafted for me.
You can feel the energy as you read the inscription. Do you have either Detect Magic or Arcana? Detect Magic will give you more examples. Okay. Roll me Arcana.
17.
Something akin to a feeling. There were legends of a blade that would reward acts of incredible daring, almost to the point of stupidity. But they were just legends. Surely nobody would ever make a sword that gave you a bonus for doing something incredibly stupid. Would they?
Tearing down the wall.
Oh, God. You get advantage on your next roll. You feel empowered by almost a intoxicating sense of confidence with this sword in your hand.
Y'all, we done found the sword of Hey Y'all Watch This. It's time to set Babe free.
For the actual mechanics, if you attempt to do something extremely stupid, once per hour, you can get advantage on that roll, but only if it's more stupid than what you're doing.
Yeah, Ella's gonna step back, because she has a bad feeling about this.
So my strength check to rip down the wall was a 19.
You feel the power of intoxication. Yes, you feel it as you rip that wall down, and you now have access to the big blue Oni, who's still staring at the meat and kind of sizing up Elizabeth.
All right, I'm gonna.
He's looking at you too, with that big flaming sword that he's kind of recoiling from.
It's all right, big guy. No bris here. We're good. I'm gonna leave you two to get better acquainted, and I'll just step aside and let Elizabeth do what Elizabeth do.
All right. You are in the room. There are many objects. What did you do exactly with the coins, Claudia?
She put a handful of them on the altar.
They're shiny. They're beautiful. There's a mix of gold and silver. And one of them looks like it might be platinum.
Oof. All right. She's gonna say, "See, beauty."
Nothing happens.
Nothing happens. Okay, she's gonna put them in her pocket then.
Nothing happens, except your pockets get heavy and full of delicious loot.
Sweet.
That would be 1 platinum, 5 gold, and 10 silver.
Nice.
And a couple copper, but who cares about that? We're not having a penny shortage here. Ella? Do you speak Elvish?
Of course.
Then yes, you two, with a decent enough perception, if you would like to, would know what the inscription says. Unless Fendingo just said it aloud.
Yeah, I got no filter.
Yeah,
okay.
I just kind of assumed he said it out loud.
So you may roll Arcana as well.
Okay. And Ella rolls an 18.
You definitely heard about the same sort of enchantments that reward, how can we put it? Daring above common sense.
Great.
That the stupider the action, the greater the bonus.
I mean, then it's a sword destined for Fandango. I'm gonna let him do his thing, and I want to investigate this pile of weaponry right here.
There are various long swords, short swords, spear. There's even a whip. I mean, some of the weapons are clearly utilitarian, others are more decorative.
I'll grab the whip, holler for Elizabeth, and then toss it to her.
Show me the Oni, you'll show her the whip?
Yeah, pretty much. Hey, honey, you might need... Elizabeth, you might need this.
Can I catch it?
Yeah, make a simple athletics, please. Yeah, you catch it.
You'd think I'd be better at that.
You want playtime?
Snoo.
Is it playtime?
Is it playtime?
That's what the Oni asks.
I know. So how long have you been here?
Since Thursday. Regular guy got sick.
So who else works this job?
Gargoyle, Basilisk, Mind Flayer. No one likes him.
No, definitely not.
Always steals the coffee. Blames the Basilisk.
What a dick.
Ask it what the beauty is.
You want talk to Tim?
Who's Tim?
Hi, Tim.
Oh, hi, Tim.
Tim.
I'm Elizabeth.
Hey. No one talks to Tim. Just shoots with arrows. Never buy me dinner before.
So, what's the statue do?
Opens door. Lets out Tim. Or other guys.
And then what are you supposed to do?
Kill infidels who can't read.
So, what is the beauty that the statue's looking for?
True beauty. Just that.
I must not know what true beauty is.
I might be looking at it. He winks.
Heyo!
Malibu's rubbing one eye.
Fendingo's rubbing one out.
He's just looking at you like, the inscription.
Yes?
Show me only true beauty, and you get through.
Break a bunch of the mirrors so that only the words true beauty reflect in the mirrors.
The mirrors are silver, not glass.
That ain't never stopped me from breaking shit before.
Why don't you just have somebody stand in front of the rest of it and you can only see true beauty in the mirror?
Well, that sounds a lot easier.
I'm just saying.
It does.
There are a lot of curtains.
There are. Okay. I hop off the altar.
Hey,
Let's
we
get
could
this
all
moving.
smear poop on the mirrors and obscure them that way. I have obviously been working with Klaus too long.
Really? And Malibu says, no. And she keeps going. She's heading for the mirrors.
She's like, we've already dealt with pee. We are not dealing with poop.
Exactly.
Tim was like, you could try, stealing the eyeballs if you wanted to break chains. Or you could wait till I get off my shift. Just saying.
Just saying. So is there anything else interesting here?
Besides a giant Oni eating jerky and flirting with you?
I'm asking the Oni.
Oh, a lot of suckers they throw coins and stuff in the buckets. That's our tip jar.
Gotcha.
couple people through their bras. It's a good day. Can see through the eyeballs.
Oh, you can see through those eyeballs, huh?
It's a
Saw
job.
your boobs, Polly.
It's got dental.
Got dental.
Hope he
Wait,
enjoys
this
his
kid's
just-
got dental?
He's just looking at you like, it's got dental.
I mean, when you've got tusks like we do, this is an important consideration.
Oh god, it's gonna be called My Little Oni.
Yeah, totally.
I'm
the name of the
thinking.
episode.
I'm thinking. Okay, why don't we, instead of moving the mirrors, why don't we just cover all the words with cloaks and things and then step out of the mirror's way and see if that's the true beauty that
There you
opens the
go.
door. Come on.
Alright, is that what y'all are doing?
Yes.
I mean, you just taking the really convenient curtains and covering. What exactly are you covering up?
On the altar, we're going to cover all the words except true and beauty. Use whatever-
No. A door appears.
Yay!
Yay, you did it.
Well, it was Fandango's
And
realization.
a door
so.
opens behind him. He's like, "Oh darn, shift is over.
Where are you going?
You guys opened the gate. I'm being summoned below."
I don't know what that means. Do you need us to save you? What's going on?
Just going on my break.
You want to roll with us for a while?
It
We
makes
can always
sense.
find a use for a big blue dude with abs like that.
Big blue muscle man.
Cause damn, have you ever even seen a carb? That's impressive.
Keto is good.
Yeah, that's what I hear. I like beer too much though.
And the statue decided to vanish. It's back.
That's what you say, buddy.
He's kind of looking confused, like, Tim have to go check in or doesn't get paid.
You can just roll with us and steal a bunch of shit out of the jugs. It's already your tip jar.
Power to the people, man.
Chains only be broken by magic weapons.
Hey, you know what I got? I got this flaming sword.
You were supposed to say, hey, y'all, watch this.
But if anyone asks, you'll tell them we had a big battle.
Oh yeah, it was toughest
we-
fight since Brandon humped that tree into oblivion.
We gotta sell this. What's our story? Roll for initiative, everybody. I'm kidding. You can fake the fight.
But is it gonna be it's gonna be more like some sort of, Channing Tatum dance fight sort of thing, right?
We have
I mean,
mirror.
you can
We
declare
do.
whatever battle you want against the Oni, but it's like, you gotta defeat me or I gotta go.
All right. How
Let
do
me
you feel
start.
about rock paper scissors?
What is rock, paper, scissors? Is it a great battle?
Yes, we can totally cheat. He doesn't know the rules.
You hate me, all of you.
It's not that we hate you. It's just that we love tormenting you more.
Alright, let me sort. Elizabete, you're up first.
All right then. I will trot over there, and I will kiss him.
Roll your animal handling.
There you go. Elizabete rolled an 18 for animal handling.
You give that Oni the ride of his life.
With just a kiss? Dang, woman.
Let's just say you have discovered definitely a harden spell.
All right, so that's my action.
Malibu, she just glumped the Oni.
Okay. Is that the battle, or are we done?
Well, he's not fighting very hard, but yes, you have to sell this to his boss. He's still chained up. He said he needed a magic weapon to break the chains, and he needs to make it look good, so what are you gonna do to help sell his case while he's sucking face with the ranger.
I will, let's see, I will run over and say, "Oh, I'm here to heal you if you need me." Wink, wink.
Oh, so you're gonna like cast some little cantrip to look like a big magic thing?
Sure.
Okay, sell it, people. Ella, what are you doing?
Considering my options at the moment.
Okay. Polly.
What are we fighting? Polly's a little confused still. She's going to look around and kind of just ask, what's going on?
Anyone gonna explain it to Polly?
Not a chance.
We're doing a fake fight so that he won't get fired.
Oh.
The badger
Okay.
has gone to the door and is sulking.
You could do an inspiring song.
Battle music?
I think I'm just going to kind of go peek and watch the show.
There is a big blue Oni getting his face sucked off by a ranger.
Maybe play a little bit of sexy music for him.
So your official action is bow chicka wow wow.
Yes.
Take inspiration for that.
That's a battle song.
Fandango.
I'm gonna take the flaming sword of shitty ideas and hack at the chains.
You're literally freeing a demon giant on purpose.
145 episodes and I still get asked shit like this?
I was about to say, but do you think it's actually stupid by your standards or just regular stuff?
I don't think I'm the one who judges the stupidity of my actions.
Do you say hold my ivory talon before you start?
No, I can wield this shit one-handed, so I can drink and fight.
Roll your attack.
It is, after all, the sword of hold my beer.
It is. It should be hold my ivory talon.
13.
All right, you have clinked one of the swords. There seems to be a sound off in the distance. Claudia, your turn.
Is there anything left on the altar?
You already took the money, so
So nothing.
no. There's a sulking badger, a pensive Ella. Fandango just cut one of the chains to the Oni that is sucking face with Elizabeth. Malibu is cheering it on, and Polly's bow chicka wow wowing.
Can Claudia tell where the alarm sound is coming from?
Perception, please.
Claudia rolls a 9.
Off in the distance.
All right, she's gonna walk over to the bookshelf, do like a really lame cartwheel, and then throw a book on the floor.
Which book? Just a random one?
Yeah, a random book.
The book glows as it hits the ground, mysteriously.
Ooh.
All right. Elizabeth, we're back to you.
Okay then, let's get this party started. I will take a step back and punch him.
Roll, what is it, unarmed combat? So that would be strength?
I think it's strength.
Yeah, it's strength. Unless you have the feat, it's strength. Give him are you trying for, like, loud sound and effect, or really, decking him?
Well, I mean, mostly for effect, but, he's big. He can take it.
You get a good slap. You know that slap that just, boom, kind of echoes, and you see the skin of the cheek ripple a bit. It's very satisfying.
Wah, 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 wah. Mm-hmm. All right. That is my turn.
You get
I waggle my eyebrows.
So mighty. What will I do? Oh. Malibu?
Malibu's going back to the door. She's useless in this situation.
Ella, are you doing anything?
I think as we have to challenge him to a battle of some sort, right? It doesn't have to be any particular type, right?
It's using the letter of the law, if not the spirit.
Are you getting out your chess set?
No, I think I'm going to challenge the Oni to a battle of coin flip. Whoever can guess, 3 out of 5 correctly wins. And if we defeat him, then we at least fill the conditions of his release, right?
That would be the letter of the law, if not the spirit.
So, Babe, Oni, whatever the hell your name is, I challenge you to a coin flip war.
Serious battle. Does anyone have a coin?
Claudia.
Claudia does.
Claudia's got a pocket full. She jingles.
Oh, fine.
Just
Here's
give us
some-
a copper.
Here's some copper.
Okay, you have a coin. You're gonna call for us, Ella? So it'll be evens or odds. If you get it right, you win. If you get it wrong, the Oni wins. Fair?
Correct.
Alright. Call evens or odds.
Evens.
Oni has won 1.
Does anybody...
Evens or odds? Or are
Are-
you gonna let other people call?
I was going to let other people call if they want to jump in.
Okay, we'll just go in turn order. Polly, you're up next.
I'm going with evens.
Oni has won 2. Fandango, are you gonna take part of the coin or are you gonna cut the other chain?
I'm going to cut the other chain.
Roll your attack, please. Just beat a 10. Holy Hannah,
Okay.
you cling! The Oni is now free. Claudia, call evens or odds?
Odds.
Ooh, you have come back. This is exciting, isn't it? What will happen next? Elizabete, join the
I
coin
don't
toss
like the
or
pressure.
face
Sure, I'll join the coin toss.
evens or odds?
I'm going to say evens because seriously, how can it be odd 4 times in a row? Well, let's find out.
Just like that.
I win!
like
Tim
that.
wins! Claim as prize date with Elizabete.
There you go.
Oh
That's
no.
He basically
The
does
horror.
the swoop, the pirate, swoop and tries to throw you over his shoulder. Do you resist?
Nah, this is fine. This is fine.
Okay.
Guys, don't get too lost.
He's just carrying you in towards the door.
So I guess
Cafe
for
on second
everybody else,
floor.
it'd be perfect for like a short rest or so because, Elizabeth is going to be busy for a while.
I'm gonna
So
go check out the employee break room.
Okay. Honey, you stay right here with me.
Honey looks exceptionally displeased, goes "Rrrr," and disappears down the door.
Okay, Auntie Malibu will go behind her.
Let's all follow the glowing badger down the mysterious magical hole in the floor while the demon that we just freed and lost a coin flip battle to carries our ranger close
Off to
behind
the
us.
employee break room.
Our willing ranger.
What could possibly go wrong?
I see nothing wrong
Tune
with this
in next
situation.
week to find out. Dun dun dun!
Oh man.
Yes, this is the question we have of the ages. Will our ranger have a successful date with the demon the party freed in the cafe? The cafe? After discovering the only way ahead is by showing simply true beauty. Aww. Tune in to next Calamity Janes and find out. And remember, don't forget to like and subscribe if you're the first time hearing us. Or any subsequent time. Just please, like us, subscribe. We need you. But even though our game for this week is done, I don't think that's the end of our saga. Is it, girls?
It's not.
Do we have questions?
We have questions. Our fabulous listeners, they're really kind of nosy and want to know all sorts of things. So, and of course, we always go to the Discord first because the Discord folks pay into the Patreon and are therefore allowed to jump the line. It's kind of like Disney's Lightning Lane, except without the roller coasters, which, if we could add roller coasters, that would be great. But anyway, If you want to be a line jumper too, go join the Patreon at patreon.com/authorsandragons. So the first question that we have found in the Discord is from, curiously enough, is from Fluffed, who asked,
We got
What
our
is
own fluffer!
Fluffed, Fluffed. Exactly. So, Fluffed wants to know, what is something you tried to learn but never got the hang of?
Most things.
Map making, clearly.
Podcasting.
Adulting.
Any kind of higher level math.
Oof, marriage.
Oh, I see what
Yeah.
you did there.
Yeah, I was going to say knitting, but I think Emily wins.
I think Emily has won this one. What about you, Melissa? Is there anything you've tried?
Well, I was going to say adulting, but I'm kind of liking Emily's answer of marriage, too.
Yeah.
Ding.
Okay, is that
Yeah.
everybody? Okay.
Virtual high five, Melissa.
Right back at you.
Absolutely. Okay, well then we will move on to Seldriana, who asks, what's one of your favorite D&D moments from other games you've played?
Well, one of them I actually played with Sue and Emily, but it wasn't this game. And I just loved playing an incredibly lecherous, drunk lesbian dwarf
I know
who
where this is
constantly
going.
chased after the cleric of the party, as played by Emily, and would just sing baleful songs whenever the cleric was gone. And I think Emily had to take a break. And it was just the pure joy of my drunken dwarf singing Grace when she returned that I think I had everyone laughing. And then later said dwarf got a crown that made her appear to be a buff human male in a further attempt to seduce said cleric, and thus was constantly named like Buff McHardcheese, Anvil Rockface, would just keep coming up with more ridiculous names to impress the incredibly underaged cleric.
Don't forget how the dice supported your role playing, because like it was rare that you rolled over like a 5 of charisma when you tried.
No,
to
the
flip with her.
highest roll I ever made was a 3 until the very last game. Yeah. My poor fighter.
So
Lovelorn, unrequited.
Yes, it was the definition of unrequited love.
So I played a completely inept rogue in the very first D&D game I ever played, and whenever I would try to detect traps, I would set them off. Like, the dice just did not allow me to detect and disarm a trap.
Isn't that a great skill rogues should use? Hint, hint, Claudia.
It's fantastic! Except when it goes off in your face and you lose a finger. So my party got kind of frustrated with me because, you know, I couldn't disarm a trap. So at one point, just before a battle, they grabbed me, threw me up on the table, and I had to dance to distract the enemies that were gathering around us, and, you know, Patch, the inept rogue, was able to avoid the battle by doing a striptease. Yeah. So, there you go. It was cool, but it was super awkward because it was me and we were playing in person.
Oh.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so yeah, I don't want to do that.
One of my recent favorites is also from a new game with Sue and Rachel. And Sue and I play gnomes.
Oh
And
God, I
Rachel-
know what's coming.
Rachel, you are what the heck are you?
A half-orc barbarian.
Barbarian.
Half-orc barbarian. And Sue and I often, as gnomes, cling to her legs and are carried around like a couple of Pomeranians when the going gets tough.
Yes, my incredibly gentle-spirited barbarian who is trying to go through anger management class and terrifies the rogue in the party.
You know, speaking of half-orcs, I once played a cleric who was half orc, half gnome. And I had reasons for why she was that combination.
How does that work?
It was an ugly. There was a battle, and there was stuff going on without consent, and it was just ugly. But anyway, she was always very, very grumpy because she's half orc, half gnome, and so the world is not set up for her. But she was always very grumpy, and once she went off on her own in a dungeon because the rest of the party had irritated her so much, and she found a chest, and she managed to open it, and there was this fabulous cloak, the cloak of Set, that could do all sorts of magic things, and it happened to look exactly like the ordinary black cloak she was wearing. So she switched and put that on and put the ordinary black cloak in the chest, and then went and found the party. And I didn't admit it for about 2 years. They never bothered to ask where I suddenly got this magic cloak I was doing things with,
All I can think of, though, is it's like a St. Bernard and a Chihuahua.
Yeah. But, it happens, so.
John, are you still around? Do you have a D&D horror story to share?
I mean, the entirety of the Authors and Dragons podcast.
Well, yeah, that'll work.
So, yeah, that.
You gonna try to sneak the sword in and see if Drew notices?
Nah. We'll save that one for the Janes.
Melissa?
Well, I think probably my most epic fail was actually, and Misty, you were in this game with me.
Uh-oh.
And John too. I was playing a gnome barbarian and trying to sneak down a hallway that was on fire underneath a blanket, like some robes that we had found. And yeah, barbarians are not very good at sneaking. But, I figured if I closed my eyes and did it, it would probably be okay, but it wasn't.
Was this when you had the crown, the tiara, and you'd stuck body parts on it?
Yeah. So I was, like 3 feet tall, and then I had like a 1.5 foot tall crown, and a head, just severed head stuck on top of it, and that doesn't make for stealth.
Oh my!
And this is why I never play a rogue.
Sue, did you have one?
Well, one of the things that came to mind for me is way back in the day, so we're talking late 80s or early 90s. My husband was running a dungeon where he knew that everybody who was going to join us that we hadn't played with before, where they'd played a lot of D&D before, so he's like, okay, what I want you to do is I want you to be actually an undercover assassin, and you're going to pick off the party one by one. So you're probably going to die at some point, but this will be fun. We'll try to do this to balance the game. And I was like, okay, all right. This is when I learned I'm very bad at playing evil characters. I was playing a were-tiger assassin whose backstory was that she was from the circus. And we're going through the dungeon, and we aren't doing as well as he anticipated everyone was doing. I wasn't trying to pick anybody off. The rogue, who was actually horrible at trying to listen to doors, finally decides to listen to a door. And it, I'd seen the map before I knew it was the door that was a killer mimic. So now the rogue is stuck to the door that's trying to eat him. And Devin poked me, and he's like, throw your dagger. So I throw my dagger, and it hits the rogue, and the whole party is like, oh my god, what did you do? And so I just looked at them and I said, well, he wasn't spinning. Usually they have to be spinning when I throw the, so I had my cover story. So there you go. That was my...
That sounds exciting.
But I was a terrible, terrible, terrible evil assassin. I suck at it.
Aww. I have faith in you. You can one day learn to be an evil assassin, a good evil assassin. Or a talented evil assassin.
Dungeon mistress, if I can one day learn to have a map that works, you can learn how to kill people in the party.
There you go. Hey, I spent years doing it, so the group I used to play with, most of us played evil, and it was glorious. But anyway, so next question comes from Zach of all trades, who asks a lot of questions, but he wants to know, what celebrity guests would you like to have at A&D Con 2022? Budget requirements notwithstanding. So anybody, pretend we can afford anybody.
Henry Cavill, grunged up.
Yeah. I have like
mine.
a whole list. I mean, think of all the D&D players that are out now, right? You got your Stephen Colbert, so I'll put out Stephen.
Oh, you know what? We were actually talking. I'm at a con in May, Atomicon in Charleston, South Carolina, and we are talking about trying to attract Stephen Colbert. I don't know if it's going to happen, but you never know. Well, I don't think he lives there now, but I think he's still got family and property. Yeah, and property.
No, but he has family there.
He's semi-local. Yeah, it's private now, but I have a celebrity D&D list on Twitter. Oh, there's Matthew Lillard.
Oh yeah, Matthew Lillard, Deborah Ann Woll, obviously Joe Manganiello.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Did you see the episode?
John, you took mine.
Okay, we'll be quiet.
I mean, that's not my pick.
Charlie Cox, just because he was so awkward playing D&D.
My pick is Paul White, the Big Show.
Okay. He's a wrestler, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And a D&D nerd. And a huge fantasy lit fan.
Cool.
I'd love anyone from the cast of any Mortal Kombat movie or show or game. Preferably Hiroyuki Tagawa, because I am such a Mortal Kombat stan.
I think I would pick a horror movie camp person just to help out with the Shingles movie, like Elvira or, someone from the horror scene.
Or Bruce Campbell.
Yeah, heck yeah.
Yeah, mine was Henry Cavill, but I would want him to show up in his Witcher wig.
In the Witcher outfit, of course.
Yeah, so...
We're not savages here. We know what will bring in the views.
Right, exactly.
I gave one of my buddies my tickets to the Richmond Comic-Con once, and she thanked me by sending me her picture of her with Bruce Campbell. And I was like, this really isn't a thank you. It's more of a humble brag. Yeah, it's kind of a slap in the face.
Yeah, that's kind of a slap in the face.
It's like my picture with Zachary Levi. He is a very, very tall man.
Is he?
Oh, he's a cutie too.
Mm-hmm. Sorry, what was I saying?
Well, we do have one more question, and it comes from our Facebook page. We do the Discord questions first, but we love our Facebook fans too. So a question from Facebook comes from Nelson Corby, who wants to know, what dish constitutes the best use of a potato?
Ooh.
Yes.
Yes, that is a very good question.
Yes.
Oh, geez.
Mine is shoestring French fries.
See, I'm a steak fries girl. I will fight you. I like them to be fluffy in the middle and crispy on the outside, and I do like the skins.
See, we don't have to fight, though, because that just means more shoestrings for me and more steak fries for you.
That's right.
So it's perfect.
But it's very hard to ruin a potato.
I don't know that there's really a wrong way to prepare
Fry
them.
them, mash them, put them in a stew.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Substitute them for cauliflower. That's a way to ruin
That's right.
Nice.
I kind of like to eat them raw.
What?
What?
Really?
Yeah, like, chop them like you'd eat an apple. Slice it up and eat it raw. Nobody else does that?
No. Usually that's an accident for me.
No.
No, it's good.
Wouldn't that make you sick?
Hey, I'm with you. It's cool.
We don't kink shame, but we are confused.
More power to
I
you,
like raw
but
potatoes.
damn.
I've
Very
never
confused.
eaten a raw potato before, but
Not intentionally.
They're crunchy and yummy.
yes, but after you fry them, they're also crunchy
And yummy.
and yummy.
All you guys have done is guarantee that I'm going to have potatoes for dinner tonight.
For real.
I'm now craving French fries really bad.
Yeah, same.
Hopefully everyone who's listened after they've liked and subscribed will all get potatoes.
If you'll join the Authors and Dragons Patreon, we'll mail you a potato. We really don't.
But we will share our potato recipes because we have a couple really good ones.
There you
Except
go.
for Melissa, who will just give you a raw potato.
But I
recipe.
mean, there's enough of us local that, the next Authors and Dragons Con, if you truly want a potato, we will bring you a potato.
Sounds like a plan. The Calamity Janes, the providers of potatoes the world round. Ting!
All right, we're going to need a lot more of those Calamity Jane stickers that you can get on the TeePublic store, because if we're going to give out free potatoes, we're branding those motherfuckers.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
Like the Pork the
Absolutely.
Paladin Save the Bard sticker that I have on my laptop as we speak. And soon there will be a My Little Oni, I'm sure.
Yeah, if you haven't gone to TeePublic lately,
Babe,
go
the
to
big blue
TeePublic
Oni.
and look at all the inspired garb that you can buy now. All sorts of exciting sayings on shirts. You could have an Authors and Dragons or Calamity Jane shirt for every day of the week. And bedtime.
And bedtime.
Yeah.
Ting! Well, we also write books from time to time, just in case you forgot.
Yeah, buy those too.
Yeah, we would love that. But no, I think that's all the time we have for questions, and we look forward to harassing you again and finding ways to avoid combat in the next not action-packed episode of Calamity Janes. Bye.
Bye.
Authors and Dragons is brought to you under a Creative Commons license, meaning you are free to share this material so long as credit is given to those who created it, which is us, the people you just heard play the game. Opening and closing themes performed by the Gore Core 4.
Authors and Dragons! Authors and Dragons!
Any day that I feel something is a good day.